we're ready.
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Okay, so what this is about, we're going to be covering some things to do with Adobe Acrobat Pro today. And I have a little brief introduction here that I'll fire up. And we don't need this. Okay, why is this doing this?
No, you can't change the settings.
Yeah,
Just
no,
okay.
I'm trying to click OK and it's not. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. So, using Adobe Acrobat Pro for educational applications, and I put up there part 1 with a question mark because I think there's a whole lot more I could teach people as I'm learning. Things like doing portfolios that you can manage online. Like you can sign up for an Adobe account, and for educators it's like super cheap to do, and you can do collaborative work in the classroom, stuff like that. All kinds of interesting stuff. So, items we're going to cover today: creating a PDF document, OCR, which is object character recognition, which is when you scan a document in with a scanner, converting it to characters that are recognized, for example, by Microsoft Word or something else that you might want to edit them in. And it's a great way to save yourself a lot of time doing different things, which you'll see. And then we'll go into creating forms from PDF, documents for assessment, and also exporting to Word and PowerPoint. PowerPoint, I'm still learning that, so that part will be pretty brief. So what is a PDF and why is it useful? PDF stands for Portable Document Format, and it's a file format that was developed by Adobe, which they had the program you'll use, Acrobat Pro, to do some of this work in. So it's a file format that has captured all the elements of a printed document as an electronic image that you can view, navigate, print, or forward to someone else. PDF files are created using Adobe Acrobat, Acrobat Capture, or similar products. They have a bunch of different ones depending on like what application you want to use it for. The reason it's useful is because the software to view a PDF or to write in a PDF form, which I'm going to teach you how to create, it's compressible, so it's a smaller size than a lot of other documents, and it can be used across multiple platforms. So like I can make this on any kind of computer basically, and like if I have a Mac or I have some other computer, it'll be able to be opened and used on any computer. So getting started, you want to have Mr. Poole install Adobe Acrobat Pro on your school computer. If you just have Reader, all you can do is like open stuff up, read. If it's a form, you can write in it in the designated areas that it will allow you to write in. Also, like I played with this at home, and I just wanted to point out that Adobe does have a 30-day trial if you want to try it at home, as well as there are educational discounts if you want to put it on the personal computer. And like I said, some of the other stuff, like for collaboration, like you can sign up for, I think it's like for educators, I think it's like $10 for the year. And then you can have, like students can put stuff up there and collaborate, and you can like add comments or do all kinds of different things. Most of which I haven't really even had time to investigate yet. There's just so much there that you can do. And then opening and saving documents in Adobe Acrobat. Oh, that we're not going to do yet. So let's go to, let's see, where is that again? Let's look at something that I have that's not a PDF yet. Well, we can look at, yeah, we can look at we can look at this. This is something I scanned. On Day of the Dead. Yeah, this one actually is not a good one, sorry. Let me look. Where did it? Well, let's look at this. I scanned this book in. Actually, I didn't. I cheated. But this is something, if somebody scanned this in, and this is like a good hint for people. It's like if you get on and there's something you want, get on Google and search whatever it is you want. Like I wanted a grammar workbook and like something really basic, no frills for teaching grammar and for pulling exercises out of. So I like just searched around and I just put PDF in and I found this was already like scanned as a PDF. And you can see it's really large. It's like, this book's like 400 pages, so it takes it a while to load. But you can see everything's scanned in and it's readable. But right now, the way this is saved, so say you took, using this as an example, let me scroll down here to something that'll be a good example. Where's the scroll bar?
I don't know if you noticed Scott had opened in Reader or not in Acrobat, so.
Oh!
I think that might be.
That's the problem.
It's obviously not set as a default, so you might want to right click on it instead of, and then just say open with, if you right click. Yeah, there, edit with Adobe Acrobat instead.
There we go, thank you. That makes sense. Okay, so here's the
Nick Carpenter to the office, please. Nick Carpenter to the office.
and I'm gonna scroll down here a ways. To, here we go. So, say I am teaching my Spanish 1, I'm teaching them like the present tense here, right? I can come up here and click on the arrow, select this, and if I want to edit this, I can do all kinds of things with this. I can come in here to Tools, and if I want to make this something that's, like right now this isn't editable, but if I wanted to make it editable, I can come over here and come down here to text recognition, which is the OCR I was talking about, object character recognition, and I can click this. I'm doing Spanish, so I would see here it says English. Since I'm doing a Spanish document, I would want to come in here and change this to Spanish. Right, let's see. Lots of languages that it'll recognize. And then down here, the best thing to see where this says searchable image? From my research, it's better to change this to a clear scan. It does a better job. Okay? And we'll click OK. And I just want to do the current page. And you'll see it's page 14. So then I can, did it work? So you can see now I should be able to type in here. Why is this not? Huh. Not sure why this didn't work. Current page. Now it's giving me this image.
Which means you've already done it. I think you did do it because now you can select words where you couldn't before.
Right. So you can see you can select all this stuff and it should be editable.
If you don't OCR it for you guys, then the kids can't search the document and you can't copy and paste from the document.
So yeah, this whole thing has been OCR'd. So the next thing I would do, like if I really wanted to like use this, is put it in a Word document. So you come in here and you can go to right here and tell it save as, and you can come down here and save it as a Word document, which I'm not going to do because this is 400 pages and it took a long time. But I do have the finished, I did upload the finished product. So you come out with something like this. And again, this is a really large file, so it takes a little while.
So if I have somebody email me something in a PDF, and
you can open it in, yeah, I'll show you that.
I can convert it to, so if it's something I want my students to be able to change, I could make it into a Word document so they can do it on their computers.
Yeah, or they can do it, well, I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do it, okay?
Because I think my problem, the reason I did not have Pro, was because I think I've been trying to open things in Reader and not Pro. Because I had the same problem happen right at the beginning when you told him to open it in Pro.
So, this is still pretty large, but I can just minimize that. And this is in Word now. This whole thing is in Word. And like, if I'm just doing a page, some of this OCR is a little weird. And like, see these words like 30? I need to clean it up because it's been, sometimes you have to come in and clean stuff up a little bit, but it still saves you a lot of time. And so if I wanted to do this as a worksheet, I could just take this part and copy it and make a new make it something new. And there's your exercise. And then what you can, the other thing you can do now that I've been doing in my classes is you can leave this like a Word document and they can come in here and type their answers like this. Okay, but the other thing you can do with this, or you could just do this with a PDF if you got like if you found like a worksheet online, like which I do this a lot. I'll like go online and be like, I need a worksheet on conjugating the subjunctive, or like use of the subjunctive. And actually, I'll set this up and I'm going to show you a couple things. Or if I'm using this like a quiz, I'd come in here and be like, choose between cierto and falso for the and I'd put like, you know, cierto, falso. I'm going to show you a couple things, and then you can also do like a multiple choice type thing. And then do like I don't know why this formatting is all acting wacky. So if I did something like this too. So I've got this whole thing now. Some of this I converted from another PDF into Word or vice versa. And what I can do, if I want to make this something kids can download, work in without messing up the rest of the format, like typing over stuff or messing anything up, I can come in here and go save as Adobe PDF. And so you see here I'm saving it as a PDF right here. And I'll just do it to the desktop again. And it's going to automatically open up Pro, usually. So I've got this document here. And what I'm going to do now, okay, so I've got this thing. Right, I've got some stuff I want them to fill in the blanks here. I've got like, say I may have a series of true falses that I've set up. And then I've got this multiple choice thing format as well. So I'm going to come here to Tools and go to Forms, Create, and for this one I'm going to from an existing document. If you had something like you saved to your desktop off the internet, like that had fill in the blanks or something like that, you could just from scratch or from a template. Okay, so I hit next, current document, continue, and what you're going to have is right here, these are going to be editable boxes. Those are already set up. Okay? With me so far?
Yep.
And then down here, for my true false, sorry I made that so small. I should have made it bigger. I'm going to go add a new field up here. Following me? And sometimes these won't recognize, and you can go in and say a text, add a text field, and see this crosshairs moving around. Like I can pick where I want to put that. Say I want them to put their name up here. It's like I can do one that way, and then I can resize my box to whatever size I want it to be, and they can put their name and date and stuff up there or whatever I want to do. If there's boxes missing, I can use it that way. So now, back to the true false. I want to create what are called buttons for that,
And all these
or
things
check
you'll be able to
boxes.
do with Adobe Reader after you finish doing it with Acrobat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm going to make some check boxes. I'm going to put a box next to cierto, and put another box next to falso. And then, let's see, and then I'm gonna, for these other ones, I'm gonna add, right on the dot, add a radio button. Radio button. Or I could have just as easily made. Okay, so, and then I've got my document all set up. And I'll go here. Midweek quiz, something like that. Save it. X out of here. Close that. Close that. I'll show you some other stuff too, like with the, so let's see, midweek quiz. So if I come in here now and open this, I'll blow it up so you can see a little bit. This computer is so slow.
It should be show that yours is the exact same thing. That's why it surprised me.
Yeah, I don't know why it's running so slow. It's like, because I haven't.
The elementary school printer put on Sam's computer. It's the local printer. Do I have to do anything else? Just
If you go to the local printer and point it to the IP address, all the users on the computer should be able to do it.
Okay, so that's done, and the image is updated, but
What? Is it asleep? Is that what couldn't remember?
Okay, so
he wants to go to the gaming computer. So I didn't know if you're okay
One of
with
the
that.
old ones?
No, he wants to put his, he bought stuff to put it together.
Oh, you're gonna go down there and help them? Is that what you're saying?
He's doing it in your room.
As long as it's going up one of these. As long as you clean it up one of these.
So now you see, I can come in here and I can go, ¿Quién cree? And I can fill these in, blah, tab, and like by tab, I can just tab from one to the other. And then when I get down here, I'll read my question and you're going to check. Or uncheck. And then for this, okay, it's Billy's dog ran fast. So I'm picking my answers, right? And then you got to tell them. The one problem with this is if they are not in, you want to make sure they're in Firefox on Moodle when you upload a document like this to Moodle. Make sure they're using Firefox, because if they use Chrome, what'll happen is that the document, instead of opening in Adobe Reader, it'll open in some embedded thing in Chrome that they can still type in, but then when they go to save it, they can't save it. So you want to make sure that that when they download this document, that they can open it in Reader to be able to.
Just download it to their computer and not have any internet, like completely, because I had that problem at the beginning of the year on one of my forms from CTC. It wouldn't let me save it, and I was in Chrome. But if I downloaded it and saved it on my computer,
Yeah.
and then opened it,
I always have them do that as
would that solve the problem you're talking about doing it?
because I had a lot of kids losing work because. So now I just have them make sure it's open in Reader. So then what they're going to do is they're going to save it as Mike's quiz or whatever they want to name it as. Save it. X out. There's Mike's quiz right there. And then they'd go into Moodle and do their upload from the place where you had it set as an activity or whatever. So a couple other things you can do that I wanted to point out that I just realized I didn't put on the PowerPoint is, let's see. actually, let me show you one. Let me show you how I do this all the time. And so the way this works for me is I'll do like we'll just run through the whole process once. I'll look for something. Oh, this teacher's got something. Maybe not that one. I want more of a...
What was wrong with that one that you didn't like it?
I just wanted something with more. Oh, here we go. So here's one. This is great. Look at that. So I'm going to save it to the desktop since I'm putting everything there today. And I'll X out of my Chrome browser. And there it is. And I will open it with Adobe Acrobat. And there it is. Lickety-split. And I'm going to take Tools, create a form from existing document, and I'm clicked on current document already, and it's going to go through and identify all these, and there you go. Boom. You've got yourself an activity to do with your class, and you've saved yourself the time of doing all those boxes and all that.
What do they say in
And you can still come, huh?
What do they say in the boxes?
It
Or does it matter?
it identifies them sort of as a like you'll see that one up here. It says Estar. So this it says it's designating this as Estar 1, Estar 2, etc., etc. So it kind of designates them according to the text that's around them. But it doesn't really mean anything. I think it means something if you were going to do like there's stuff that institutions do, like when they have a form and they want to collect data, you can set these up in a more advanced way where all of these boxes, when they get filled in, when they have a designation like this, like that data goes somewhere to be collected and analyzed and give you some sort of a result. Okay, but just for doing a worksheet.
But it won't show up on the final form?
No, here I'll show you. So there I got my form. Bada bing, bada boom. Save. I'm just going to write over the one that's there. Close it. When I reopen it, it'll open it. Now it's opening it in. You can see up here it's opening it in Reader instead of Acrobat, and that'll just automatically happen for the students because they won't have Acrobat Pro, so there's no problem with them, you know. And here you go. Fourth period. Fill it out like that. Save as. Scott's homework. And where? No, there we go. So now when we come back over here, there's Scott's homework. So like they upload it to your Moodle, right, as a 10-point completion grade, and you just want to check. So you go and click on that on Moodle, and their answers will be right in there, and you can check them, just like that. So one of the other things I wanted to show you that I'm working on, I'd like to do something more extensive with this one once I learn it. But if some of you guys want to play with it too, maybe you can figure out stuff that I haven't figured out. But I think this has a lot, especially as a Spanish teacher, you're always looking for authentic materials instead of the Mickey Mouse stuff that's in the book, textbooks. So like you can go, like I'm trying to work on some stuff with art right now, but also reading. So I went to, if I go, see this little logo up here? So I've come into my settings. Once I have, did we go over this?
You didn't do it while you were on the microphone.
Okay, so once you have Acrobat Pro on your computer, you can come. I do it in Chrome. I do some stuff in Chrome, and then I do my Moodle stuff in Firefox, just because I like Chrome. But I think it would work either way. But I'm just showing you this in Chrome because that's the way I have it set up. So if you come to this little box here and open up your settings, once Acrobat's installed, you come here, right here, to extensions and enable, it'll say Adobe Acrobat Create PDF. Okay? Enabled. So let's do something. What would you do like on a like website, on the web? Like, would you research purchasing tractors or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what-
You could do like animal feed, do a feed tag, and do like
Yeah.
recruit code.
Yeah, do that.
and stuff like that.
animal
Sure.
contact.
So let's say I wanted to do something on John Deere, which I know because, so like if you look at this website, so I can take this website and like turn it into something that I can play with and turn it into some sort of, some sort of authentic material. So you go to here, convert web page to Adobe PDF. And you can also, if you look there, it says you can also add it to an existing PDF. So if you've already got ongoing something that you're working on and you want to add that in somehow, it'll do that too. So did it save? Oh, here we go. It's right here. I'll save it right there. Products and services, save. Now it's converting. And there are, if you look online, there are some other websites where you can take a URL and go to their, they're like free websites. You can, if you don't have, like on a home computer, like you don't have Acrobat on that computer, there's some free websites where you can actually just take the URL and plug it in and hit convert, and they do the same thing. And here you go. Now it's in Acrobat Pro, and I can come in here and edit it.
That would be good in my ag business class with the.
And you can move this stuff. See, all this stuff is now like editable. Like you can move it around. You can type in it.
Parts of the
Move.
website, like
You can remove parts of it.
login, prices, contact info, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can delete, like if I select it like that, I can delete that, right? I can put something else in there, add image, etc. And the one other thing I wanted to show you, so that's that, play around with it. I'm still figuring it out. It does have problems. Brian, if you want to chime in here, like if I do, like this is what I was trying to do. I was trying to make this, I was trying to do OCR on this stuff, and I get this
It always says that
renderable
when
text.
it's already all rendered.
Okay.
So if it's, when it-
So I'm just trying to do
when it-
something I don't need to do.
Yeah, basically, if it's already done text recognition, so like if you take a fresh document, you do it, it won't say that, but then if you're trying to do it again, it will say that because it's already done, it can't find anything else.
Right. Let's see.
And
You can add
if
in
you guys-
comments.
If you guys scan stuff, like at the scanner to yourself, you always want to OCR and do the A in this file. Makes the file way smaller, first of all. And then second of all, it makes it so students can copy and paste and search in a document, which maybe you don't want them to copy and paste, but if you're having them read something, it'd certainly be nice for you to find, especially if it's something big like a textbook. The other thing you can do is if you're in something that's big, like that 500-page document, you can click this button right here on the side and see how many pages, and I like cut mine down into chapters. So
Sure, that's what I was just
they
gonna
can
show
never
them.
see more. Okay, sorry.
What does OCR stand for again?
Object character recognition.
Oh.
So if I go back to my, book that I have. Oh, here we go. My complete Spanish grammar book that some professor kindly shared with everyone, that he probably had a graduate assistant like scan all those pages. That must have been a horrible job for somebody who's utterly tedious. So I'm gonna open this. So that, yeah, the other thing you can do is like you can break this up. You can, something I like, okay, I'm gonna work on, so I want to remember this, present tense, right? I want to remember this page. You can come in here and yeah, bookmark this. And it'll click through.
You wouldn't want students to have access to, so they can't change stuff that we make.
Right.
I mean, is it?
Yes. No, it wouldn't.
They can change a Word document.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's just another tool they learn how to use.
Yeah, it just depends if you want them to be able to change it or
I
not.
mean, my thoughts on that is always, I always have the original. I know what I originally spit out, what you should have, what it should look like. So if they change it, I'll know they changed it. Because if I upload it on Moodle, they can't repost something on Moodle on my site.
That's true.
I always know what the original looked like. My thing, like today, for example, I had one of my fruit flyers I made, and I tried
I'm
to.
gonna pause and stop this now.
If we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay,
I mean, that's
just
pretty
a-
much it.